We saved the best for last here on the show, and you might have read on KUAM.com over the last week that our friends at the University of Guam's Theatre Department are presenting Rashomon this week at the UOG Fine Arts Theater, and who better to come and talk about all things for the stage very dramatically. And I meant that with the most sincerity, our good friend Michelle Blas and Justin Locino, who is part of the play. Thank you so much for joining us, for the both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, let's get right into the premise of the play. Michelle, you've done so many different plays from so many different periods of time and everything like that. Where in history does this plot fall?
This actually takes place in 11th century Japan, known as the Heian period, or the feudal or warring states period. This play is actually a stage adaptation of the famous 1950s Akira Kurosawa film of the same title. Have you heard of Rashomon?
I've heard, well, you know, who hasn't heard of Akira Kurosawa?
There you go.
I'm unfamiliar with this play, though, unfortunately.
Okay, no problem. Akira Kurosawa in the 50s took these two short stories, In a Grove and Rashomon, written by Ryunosuke Akutagawa. Short stories, put them together and created the stage, or the screenplay, Rashomon. And he received, my goodness, countless awards. It's considered one of the best films of all time. Then in the 70s, Faye and Michael Connon adapted it for the stage, taking inspiration from the film itself and from the stories as well to adapt it to the stage.
So this is kind of like a reversal of the kind of productions that you normally do, which are...
It's usually like book, play, film.
Exactly, and this one is like started out
book, film, play
on the silver screen and then went to, you know, the stage and everything. Right?
Yes.
Okay, what makes performing this this type of role and being in this play like a, you know, what unique challenges have you felt, Justin?
Well, this is my first actual college experience as a UOG student, like in a theater sense. I made my debut when I was a senior in high school, and this one is more official than the last one.
He's a newly declared theater major. This is his first semester, and this is his first play as a theater major.
So it's your first semester at UOG?
Yeah, it's my first.
So you're still a freshman and you've already declared your major?
Yes.
Excellent. Because that is the one thing at the UOG that so many people wait until they're like halfway through their junior year and you're like, you know, I think I want to major in accounting.
Yeah, exactly.
And their parents are like, okay, that's good because I've only been paying tuition for like the last 3.5 years. So good for you. You're off to a fantastic start.
Yes.
And on that note, what makes, at least, you know, like maybe in the dress rehearsals that you've done and like preparing for this role, what about this is so much more challenging than when you were performing in the theater like in your previous experience?
This role that I have right now, I play as Tajumaru the bandit, and has more of a brutish, aggressive. He's more of a brutish, aggressive character, and he has a lot of intimate scenes, which is new to me. It's new to me. I've never had to kiss a girl on stage before. So
it gets steamy.
Yeah,
it gets steamy.
And having a girlfriend at the same time, it was very difficult because she had to understand.
Well, you are already accruing the type of experience that many people in Hollywood have to go through. That they're like, you know, it says on my contract, the Screen Actors Guild says I have to kiss other girls. So, you know, I'm gonna make $25 million off this, but you know, we may get my name in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but I gotta kiss, you know, somebody else. But it'll all pay off. All right, but you know, Michelle, the dialogue and the situations and the morals and the ethics and everything like that, we can kind of relate to that here on Guam because Japan is so close to us and we're so tightly ingrained with that culture. But during that period of time and everything like that, it was very distinct, and the sense of honor is so much more prominent in their culture.
One of the characters is a samurai warrior, and this is the time when there was society was crumbling, and the samurais kind of were like the feudal lords of the time, and people worked under a samurai and all that. But in this particular story, it's about the murder of a samurai and the supposed rape of his wife, unfortunately. So these horrible events occur, and we are seeing 4 different versions of the same thing. The samurai, whose version is told through a medium, so a supernatural psychic type of person, the wife herself, the bandit's version, and a woodcutter who's the person that found the body. So we're seeing the same thing 4 different ways.
Interesting. That's kind of interesting because the movie that's coming out about Steve Jobs, like later, like in a few weeks and everything, kind of like tells the same story from multiple perspectives.
Right,
and
it's all about that.
And obviously with yours, like the whole philosophy of Bushido plays in because, you know, honor and discipline and, you know, and respect and
Yes.
Carrying traditions. All right. Well, unfortunately we got to wrap up this show. But how can people get tickets, and when should they line up? Because your shows always sell out.
Thank you. Yes. October 24th through 26th, this Thursday and Saturday, and next week. September 24th through 26th. This weekend, and then next weekend, October 1st through 3rd, 7 o'clock at the UOG Fine Arts Theater. Tickets are $10 for general admission, $7.50 for seniors and students, and free for UOG and GCC students. And tickets are sold at the box office at UOG.
All right, fantastic. Congratulations to the both of you, and break a leg.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, please stay tuned, everybody. Well, actually, you know what? We're just going to end the show there because we've had such a fantastic show. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&D.